Hello, this is Adam from Design Visionaries. I'm here today to tell you about Isolated New Window, which is functionality introduced in the first maintenance release of NX11. For this example, we have an assembly from our latest NX textbook, this table assembly. Within the table assembly, there's this caster that I'd like to get a better look at. Now, in older versions of NX, the way to get a better look at that caster is to make it the displayed part. To do so, you can right-click and say Make Displayed Part. Making something the displayed part opens it up in its own window. NX does not support the viewing of multiple displayed parts, so even if I make this window smaller, there's no way for me to view the caster alongside the table. All that changes with Isolated New Window. To use Isolated New Window, you simply right-click on the desired component, in this case the caster, and select Isolated New Window. At first, it looks like Make Displayed Part, in that, well, all I see is the caster and I don't see any of the other parts of the table anymore. However, the displayed part has not changed. As you can see in the Assembly Navigator, Table Assembly is still listed at the top. This graphics window, in which the caster is now visible, is a special window called the Isolate window, and when I make it smaller, what you'll see is that I can view this Isolate window alongside the displayed part window. This makes Isolated New Window an invaluable tool for in-context design, because now I can see the component in its own right and how it fits to the other components in the assembly. To navigate in either window, you simply click and then activate it so that you can rotate freely. And within either the displayed part window or the Isolate window, I can take a component and I can make it the work part. For instance, I could take this plate here, and I can make it the work part, and now I can do in-context design in the Isolate window. As an example, let's use Move Face. Let's take this face over here and just scoot it over a little bit. The change is immediate both in the Isolate window and here in the displayed part window. This is a brand new tool with the first maintenance release of NX11, and so there are still some kinks to be worked out of it. One notable kink is that the Isolate window does not support sketch and task environment. See, if I'm in the Isolate window and I try to use sketch and task environment, well, it'll actually close the Isolate window and force me to work in the displayed part window. What this means is that any tools that position features by way of an internal sketch, well, they're not going to let you create that sketch in the Isolate window. For example, the Hole tool. The Hole tool positions a hole by way of an internal sketch. That is, when I click on a face, it typically will throw me into the sketcher with a point where I clicked. Well, that's not the case in the Isolate window. See, when I use the Hole tool, the sketch section icon is grayed out, indicating that sketch and task environment functionality is not available here. So when I click on this face, well, nothing happens. I called GTAC about this issue, and they assured me that with the release of NX12, the Isolate window will support the sketch task environment, meaning that tools like Extrude or Hole or Revolve, any of these tools that use an internal sketch, should work as intended in the Isolate window. In the meantime, there's plenty of value to be derived from using Isolate window in New Window for your in-context design. And so, until they work those kinks out, happy modeling. Thanks for watching.